Welcome back to Market Day Report. We're here. We've made it. It's the end of the week. Happy Friday, everyone. Tommy Grisafi sitting in for my buddy, Tony St. James. Well, let's get to these markets. Let's look at corn real quick, see how we're finishing up. Safe harvest, everyone out there. Dees corn, 402.5, down 3.25. March corn, 420.75, down 3.5. Nove soybeans, can they close up on the day? Let's check it out. Not quite. But it's not over yet, folks. 10.13 on no beans as we really are starting harvest. I've talked to clients and they are getting rolling. Little carry there, 10.30 in the Jan beans, down 1. Board of Trade wheat. Let's see how Board of Trade's wheat. Here we go, the bright spot of the grains, Dees wheat, up 1.5, 567. March Board of Trade wheat, 586.25, up 1.25. Hard red wheat. Little weakness here. Wheat's had some volatility, especially since last Friday when we had that Russian news. Dees 562 down 2.5. March 575.75 down 2.5 in the hard red wheat. Last but not least, hard red spring. Let's see here. Hard spring wheat 607.25 down 0.5. 629.5 in the March, down 1/4. Now all spring wheat was having a lot better day, but we're just at the tail end of that harvest. Might be seeing the last of harvest get complete up there in Dakotas. Seeing a little more harvest pressure. Cotton, the bright star here. Cotton, not cotton, up 87, 72.45. Dees cotton, 73.73. Well, let's bring in the one and only, a great way to finish the week. Hi, Carley. How are you?
Hey, Tommy, doing pretty good.
Well, we've had, I hear, we have an election coming up. I hear we had a half-point rate cut, and here we are stuck in no man or no woman's land in corn. What's the deal?
Yeah. Well, I think the lows in corn are probably in. However, I think we probably do retest lows or at least get pretty close to retesting lows. So we're getting ready. Seasonal buy in corn is next week for actually corn and soybeans. So we're looking for like January beans to get around $10. Corn, we'd love to get an opportunity to buy December corn or get bullish in some fashion, somewhere between $4 and $3.85. So see what happens.
Yeah. I talked to a few clients this week, and earlier, before they were in the fields, they told me there's nothing there. The bean crop was horrible finish. They called this morning early, and he said, all right, I lied, 82 bushel beans. I don't know what I was thinking. What are you hearing from your clients?
I'm hearing honestly similarly mixed reviews. So all we can do is just wait and see how it goes. But I think we've gotten away from the sell the rallies type of market. I'm sorry, yeah, sell the rallies type of market, and we're going into a buy the dips type of market. So I think the form has changed.
Yeah, I noticed also we're trading up a lot at night, which is a whole different market. Yeah. We have Asia, we have Europe, and then when the hedging comes in, we sell off, and then your buy the dip people start to come in. Real quick, with about a minute left, we've had a wild time over in gold and silver and the stock market. What are you seeing there?
Well, actually, I've been bullish gold for a very, very, very long time, and so it feels weird to say this, but I think I'm bearish gold. I think that we've probably priced in most of what we're going to price in. The target that I've been looking at on a monthly chart was reached. I mean, it's kind of a hairy target because gold's a weird animal, especially if you look at the spread between October and December. But with that said, I was looking for 2,600 to 2,650. Here we are. We're on the trend line. Everybody's long. Like if you look at the COT report, there's just the whole world is long gold and everybody's bullish. And so I feel like there's probably going to be a rug pull, especially since we're seeing some of the big banks come out and talking about 3,000, 3,500. We may eventually get there, but we're probably going to get a really big correction first.
Good points. I remember sitting down with you 3 months ago doing Cow Guy Close, and you made that bold prediction and gave us a strategy. All right, we're going to go on a quick break, come back, talk livestock with Carley Garner right after this. Stay right there. Welcome back to Market Day Report. I'm Tommy Grisafi, filling in for my friend Tony St. James. Well, we got to get right to it. Cattle board, impressive. If you're out there ranching and involved in livestock, you're going to like how we finished the week. Oct live cattle, 181.95, up 197. Dees live cattle, 182.95, up 182. Feeders are usually leaders, but maybe not today. Backing off just a little bit. Sep feeders, 244.55, down a little bit. Oct feeders, 243.60, down just a few ticks also. Big spread there, and we will have a report this afternoon in live cattle. We'll see how that affects the markets when we open again Monday. Looking at lean hogs. Oct lean hogs, 82.15, down 10. Dees lean hogs, 74.17, down 12. Let's bring her in, Carley Garner, to Carley Trading out there in Las Vegas. Not a lot of cattle out there, but some
No, not too
cowboys.
many.
Cowboys on the gambling tables. What are we seeing in livestock? I know you work with a lot of ranchers who have a lot of cattle and a lot of risk.
We do, absolutely. So obviously we're going into a report weekend, which is a little which throws a wrench into things. But from a charting perspective, I see some pretty good resistance in December live cattle around 184. That's a downtrend line that I think is most likely to hold. If that breaks, we get up to 188. But in either case, I think the upside's probably limited. So we're working with our cattle clients that are, hedgers, to put on risk reversals where we sell calls out of the money, use the proceeds to buy puts. We're going into February and April options to do that, so we can get pretty wide risk on the upside, but some pretty good protection on the downside. That way, just in case the report doesn't go the way we think it is, or the chart the self prophecy from the chart fulfills itself and we do get another sell-off, we'll be ready for it. Seasonality is also sketchy. The last 5 years, we've seen cattle basically work its way lower through this time of year until we get to about mid-October.
I like that. A lot of things happening. We'll see after the close of that report. We'll see what position the funds have. I like, on break, I was actually looking at some gold puts. See, you're motivating me here to pick up my phone and get hedged. As we end the weekend, any shout-out advice? It could be on the outside markets, monster day in gold, monster day in stocks. Why is this not affecting the grains or livestock?
Well, that's a good question. I think eventually it will. Volatility in financials always bleeds into ags. It's just a matter of time. Next week is going to be really, really telling. If we start seeing the stock market head the other way, which obviously it's been very resilient, but if it does, it's going to start probably seeing grains react, which in honesty would be bullish for grains and bearish for cattle. So keep an eye on the stock market.
Great action. A lot to give you in 30 seconds. All right,
Yeah,
Carley Garner, Las Vegas. I knew you could do it. You have the best weekend ever. We will see you next week. All right, Suzanne, what do you think?
Just always great with Carley, just kind of the headliner for the week, literally for the markets. But what I think is what's going to be interesting to what's coming up at the top of the hour. Of course, love that you're here. Jumping in for Scott Shellady for Cal Guy Close, and we'll talk more about that in a bit.